person, da da da. She's like, that's my cousin. I was like, that is not your cousin. Like, she's like, that's really my cousin. I was like, hey, it's Maya. So I know I'm not up there and following, and it's a little Delulu to do a video like this, but I don't care, because maybe some of y'all just want to know, and some of y'all nosy. So I swear this video about to be like pretty much TikTok length, because I've only gotten literally 3 people that ask me questions, but I appreciate Elizabeth and Sharice because they asked me multiple questions. So shout out to them, because without them, this video would not be possible. And I did not want to be one of those people that just make up questions, because I did that in my video when I was 17 and pregnant with my daughter. Y'all can literally go check that one out. I'll probably link it in the description, because I was definitely making up questions. Jalen, no. So first question, what's been helping you stay motivated lately? When it comes to being motivated, I'm gonna say about content. The thing that's keeping me motivated is I got my hair done. I have no reason not to post. That's keeping me motivated. My hair is long enough to braid. I got it done. I'm so happy it's done. Next question, how do you deal with feeling overwhelmed? Well, when it hits me, I literally just want to watch funny videos, bed rock. I'll go spend money on fast food when I'm overwhelmed. I'm like a little bit, but for the most part, I do what I just told y'all. And I also like to be outside. So if there's something in a situation where I just feel so overwhelmed, if I could walk away and just be outside and take literally 10 deep breaths, that junk be helping. It says, how has healing and focusing on yourself after a breakup been for you? So I'm not gonna lie, like the month we broke up, I actually had somebody else lined up ready, and I regret jumping into something that fast without healing. As far as focusing on myself, like I can say July. Today is July 8th. I've really been focusing on myself, but I was entertaining back in June. It feels good to just be single. It feels good to not have nobody call my phone when I'm on my lunch break. It feels good to just not text and argue with nobody. So the process for me right now is going great. Like I'm mentioning again, I got my hair done. I feel like I'm in my new era. How has being a mom shaped the way you look at discipline growth? I don't want to whip my child ever. Like I just don't see myself ever like fully beating her. Like I would never, in that way of discipline. Every time before I do try to discipline her, I be thinking like, okay, is this accurate for her age? Is this gonna scar her? Like she don't even be in trouble for that long. Like the most she be in trouble is probably like that day, like, oh, you're not gonna get, cookies for dessert, or you're gonna stand in that corner for 5 minutes, and after that, like, I tell her what's wrong. Like I would never want to be the parent that just like isolates their child completely for the day because they made a mistake. Like I don't play when it comes to that type of discipline, because I don't want to scar her. And then for growth, I try to teach her something new, get her on a schedule, introduce new things to her when it comes to growth, because children are like sponges. They will learn whatever you teach them. How do I balance working, parenting, and creating content? Shit, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I be tired. Sometimes I don't have days where I want to make content. There's days where I don't feel like being a parent, and there's days I don't want to work. Like I'm not gonna lie, but it's been easier for me because daylight saving happened a couple months ago. It's better for me in the summertime to feel energized, wake up and go. I don't like being cold, so it does help my morning routine go a little better if it's not cold as heck in the morning and we can go out and not have to wait for my car to like warm up and stuff. And when it comes to working, I am trying my best to find something that would suit me best. I'm like at the point where I'm like, okay, do I want to go back to school full time? Do I want to work part time? Do I want to stay where I'm at? Because I do feel overwhelmed with the schedule that I do have as someone who is a full-time parent as well. It just doesn't work with full-time working. And then with content, I'm telling myself, okay, when it comes to Instagram, I gotta at least post a reel a day. If I don't post every day, I'm gonna have to post twice the day I do post. Like, gotta post my reels every day. TikTok, definitely trying to post maybe 3 to 4 times. Like, I be coming up with ideas and I just be wanting to open the app and post them. I do have a new TikTok account, so I'm gonna also put that in the description. The current account that I was using, it's been like at 3,000 plus followers for like a while now, and I just feel like it's time to start over because I can't even go live on that account until 2030. So in a way, I feel like since they got my account banned from live, maybe it's not getting pushed out into the algorithm enough because I technically have like a ban strike on my account, and I just feel like it's time to start over. Where exactly do you see yourself in 5 years? In 5 years, I'm going to be going on 28. I hope that I have a nice condo. I hope that I'll have my car paid off. I hope that I would have a good amount of money. I hope that I would have still only one child. I'm not really worried about being in a serious relationship. I just hope the money is coming in, and whatever career I have enough time for my daughter. That's where I see myself in 5 years. Going on to, do I want to stay in the medical field? As of right now, no. Later down the line, I do see myself being an RN. I am a young mom. I have my daughter at 17. So it wouldn't matter if I go back to school in like 7 years, 10 years, and become an RN while she's still growing up in school, because it's going to be to the point where she can take herself to school. She can wait for me when, you know, I'm still at work or I'm at school. I think it will get a little bit easier when she gets older if I do want to go back to school and become an RN. Someone asked first boyfriend. What? Okay, when I think of first boyfriend, I'm gonna think of like 3rd grade. It's crazy because I literally still talk to him to this day. But it was my best friend's cousin. And in a way, it was like, it worked out. But we did not become best friends because I thought her cousin was cute. It just so happened we were best friends. I noticed that was her, I didn't notice it was her cousin. I think one day I told her, I was like, oh, I got a crush on him, this and that. Because, no, here's the thing. I met her cousin before I met her because me and him, we went to like a kids camp. And then when we started school that next semester, because we were in the summer camp, we all went to school together, and I was kind of telling her like, oh yeah, I have this crush on da-da-da. She's like, that's my cousin. I was like, that is not your cousin. Like, she's like, that's really my cousin. I was like, so you know, the days where it was like, I went over to her house and, you know, her cousin was just so happened to be there every now and then, but come on now, we was like 3rd grade, so ain't nothing was going down like that. But I definitely was on him real bad. I would say, yeah, that was my first boyfriend, like the summer of 2nd grade turning into 3rd grade. Do you think you'd ever do a poly relationship? Is that what it's called? Yeah, it's called a poly relationship. Honestly, like the fact that I have a child, no. But me being curious, yes. Because I be thinking like, imagine just living with 2 other people that could do you in. Pay the bills. Just pay the bills and do you in. Like, I just sound like the best of both worlds. But I think it would just be too confusing. It would just be too much if I ever do that with me having my child. Maybe when she's grown up and she's older. But at the same time, like, I don't think it would be fun, like, in 20 years being poly. Like, you gotta be in a poly in your 20s. And I probably won't get to experience that. Do you want to move out of California? If so, where do you want to go? Hell yeah, I want to move out of California. You cannot make it in California. You cannot make it in California unless you're a fucking content creator that's making dough. So until I make dough, I'm gonna have to go. But even if I did have the dough, I would still want to go. Like, California is just not it. Like, I'm glad to say I'm born and live here in Cali, but it's not for me. Like, I'd rather dip. I would probably go to like Texas, Thailand, Georgia, Louisiana. Like, I would go to the South, or I would literally leave the country. What's your favorite place to take your daughter to? My favorite place to take my daughter to would have to just be any type of amusement park, because I love like the car ride on the way there. I love her being excited to be on roller coasters. Like, she's not scared to be on roller coasters. And I think that's one of my favorite places to take my daughter, especially if it's just like a mommy-daughter type of thing. And we could both get on the rides. We could both enjoy ourselves. Like, I love it. We recently went to Castle Park. Y'all can check out that vlog. I would also put that in the description. She enjoyed it, although I didn't really get to record on the rides. She spent most of her time at the water park. But I am planning to take her to Disneyland, possibly like maybe September, maybe next month, depending on like this whole job situation and what I got going on. Because I never took her, I don't think I've ever took her to Disneyland with just me and her. So it would be nice to have like a mommy-daughter Disneyland trip, and I think she would enjoy that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I know it was kind of cringe to only do this when like 3 people ask questions, but the more you be Delulu, the more shit will pop off for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.